sound like up to date. We laugh about that because that is so disgusting. I never want to do that to myself anymore just to lose weight. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have missed you. Oh my, welcome and welcome. If you don't know me, my name is Chinese Kiki, and on this channel I focus on lifestyle, fashion, beauty, hair, travel. Anything you like me to do, I am ready to do it for you. So welcome and welcome again. My name is Chinese Kiki also on Instagram, and I would also appreciate if you would follow me there. And in case you have any questions for anything that I wear, any hair that I have on my head, I will gladly answer your DMs. So today I am doing a video about how I lost my weight so quickly, and I would love to begin by, first of all, I am not a professional, and I will only be talking about things that worked for my body, for me, because you know we are all built differently, and maybe something that works for me might not work for you. But sit down and listen. You just never know. You just never know. Maybe there's one thing that I do and you would love to try in future for yourself. I would also like to say that I like myself the way I am right now. I feel so confident. I feel like, wow, this is what I usually like. If you're also new to my channel, I would love to let you know that I am born and brought up in Kenya, Nairobi specifically. And when I used to live in Kenya, my weight was so consistent. I remember I used to be so tiny, I mean very tiny, and at some point I even used to eat mayonnaise on every other food so that I can put on weight, and it never worked. I was so busy hustling, looking for money, and in that case sometimes I would skip some meals, and sometimes I would also eat every other meal, because you know, mostly in Africa type of family setting, we normally eat breakfast, lunch and dinner, and that's how I used to eat, like breakfast, lunch and dinner every other time. And then fast forward, when I came to visit Germany, I first visited Germany 2016. For those 3 months, I added so much. You have to understand that I started eating a lot of cheese, I started eating a lot of processed meat, I started eating a lot of different types of food that I never ate in my past life. Because in Africa we just eat everything that is organic. We used to eat very healthy foods, like you need potatoes, you go get them in the market, you need bananas, you get them in the market, and then there's street food. And if you check our African street foods, they're super healthy. Most of them are super healthy. If they're not too fried, they're very healthy, and they're organic foods. And when I moved here, then I started finding out, like, wow, they are called bio or organic, and some of them I see they're even coming from Kenya, and I got super excited eating them because that was the taste that I used to lack when I started living here. After my vacation, I finally went back to Kenya, and then when I went back, everybody told me I had put on so much weight, and when I checked, I had added actually like 4 to 5 kgs, and that was a lot for me at that time. So I didn't work out, I just stayed still, and miraculously the weight just left, you know, and then I was back to myself. And then now after a year, I decided now to like settle down in Germany. And when I settled down, that's when I decided my body was so different, because I started being 50, 51, 52 or up to 54 kgs, and it did not bother me, to be honest, until we used to like leave and then go to vacations. And you know, when you go for vacations, you add some weight, and then that used to bother me at that point. And I tried to go to the gym, and I got so tired. And I normally feel like I'm the type of person that when I go to the gym, I like it, and then afterwards I lose the morale to go to the gym. And then when I'm going to the gym after the workout, I am so hungry, and I end up eat more than I think. And then it's always in my head, I need to lose 1 kg, I need to lose 2 kgs, I need to lose 3 kgs. And a few months later, that's when I decided to like get my teeth done. So I first had a root canal done, and after that now I started wearing Invisalign braces. And when I started putting on Invisalign braces, they told me that I cannot eat every other time that I want with the braces, because I need to stay with my braces 22 hours a day. So that meant I had only 2 hours in a day to eat, and at that time I was also going to my language school in Germany. So I only had 2 hours to drink colored foods, to also eat anything that I wanted, and also brush my teeth immediately so that I put on the braces. It was not an easy journey, and that's something I will also touch on in future, because as you can see, there is a gap on my one front teeth, and I decided to stop having Invisalign, and maybe I will have a different solution in future. These things just work differently for every other person, but my bottom teeth are perfect. Braces for me were like part of like dieting, because you know, once you have them with 2 hours only to eat, come on, what are you and you know, when you have your braces on, you can't eat things like maize, you can't eat a lot of hard foods like steak. So I really had a small choice of foods that I could eat at that particular time. Fast forward, I stopped using my braces, and then I was in a very, very difficult position in my life. So that was the point where I used to have a lot of stress. I even disappeared from social media because I wanted to work on my life, work on my stuff. And I am this type of person that I never used to know, because I became an emotional eater. And by becoming an emotional eater, I started eating a lot. Let me tell you, I went from eating nothing with my braces to now eating like I had never eaten before. I could cook and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. So I put on a lot of weight at that point, and you know what? You have a lot of stress. You don't even know what's going to happen in your life. So I didn't even realize I had put on so much weight until one time my friends told me. It was during winter. It was at the beginning of winter in 2018. 2018? Yes, the beginning of winter 2018. My friends asked me to like go to a Kenyan party in Belgium, so here in Belgium at that time. So I was like, okay, wow, why not? Yeah. Then when they saw me, they were like, whoa. Actually, that's the picture. They were like, whoa, Kiki, you have put on so much. You must be 60 something right now. I think you have added like 10 to 11 kgs. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I think I'm the same. The only thing is that I didn't know this. I think because I was so stressed, like, you know, I went from wearing a bra size, I think size C, to like a double D. And that was too much, you know, and I didn't realize at that point, because my bras were not fitting me anymore, my pants were not fitting me anymore. So I had to shop for everything all over again. Sometimes I put on those clothes right now, and then I'm like, oh my God, I used to be so big. Why didn't I notice this? So yeah, I became an emotional eater. And you know, once you become an emotional eater, I don't even know what to tell you. I started changing that by working out. So I started going to the gym. I used to even post it on my Instagram. So I started going to the gym, and I would put a goal on myself, like, you know, I need to like lose 2 kgs, then I'm at least 55, you know, like I had never been 60 kgs in my life. So I started going to the gym, and then by going to the gym, we started eating healthy. Me and my husband, we started eating like a lot of vegetables. I started eating small portions of food, drinking a lot of water, and that's when I started becoming happier, because you know, it all starts from within. Sometimes we are too stressed, and then we start losing focus on ourselves, and we lose somehow most of the things we like in our lives. So I started to become like a mindful eater, from an emotional eater to a mindful eater. So I started looking at what I need in my body. And let me tell you, this has worked for me, because nowadays I eat when it's necessary. I listen to my body. If I am not hungry, I don't eat. Let me tell you, you will even come and live with me, and I will even forget you need to eat. Of course, I can cook for you, but I'm not the type of person that I have to eat dinner at this time, or I have to eat lunch at this time. And I also remembered when I was growing up, I was not a breakfast person. I used to wake up, because I'm a firstborn of 3, so I used to wake up and I would just make breakfast for everybody, but I would never eat the breakfast. And I also don't like bread. I don't know why. I have a hate relationship with bread. I just don't like bread. I also don't like the smell of bread. but once in a while I eat it. But you know, I can't say, oh, I love bread. No. I am not a lover of bread. So anything that has wheat, I am not so much a fan of it. Even when I cook chapatis, yum. I eat them, I cook them, I eat 1 chapati or 2 chapatis, then I'm done. I mean, the craving is gone and gone and gone. I am not a type of person that likes to eat wheat stuff. So yeah, I have been this type of person, and for this reason I will say I only eat when I need to, and when I don't feel like eating, I just don't eat. I listen to my body. I really listen to my body. Another thing that I did, I also purchased like a waist bead. So when I have the waist bead on myself, when I sit down and then I feel like, whew, the bead is coming really up, then I know, my God, I need to do something on my waist. So that's how I also tend to realize or know that I have added weight, because when I add weight, I add it on my pooch, on my stomach, on my belly, of course, and I also tend to have like a very big breast, and when this happens, I just know, you know what, I need to do something for myself. So I started working out, and then after working out, I lost morale at some point, and then there was now this time when it was like closer to me and my husband getting married. And let me tell you a funny story. So there's this one time we decided we have like 5 weeks to get married, so let's start fasting for like 2 weeks. We stop eating, and we can only have vegetables, and not vegetables, we can only have fruits. So fruits, and first he started by saying no, we only drink water. So the first day went by, we only drank water. Let me tell you, we were struggling like crazy. We would just walk in the house, and then we look at the fridge, there's nothing inside, only water. We slept the first night. Then the second night we said, you know what, I think that has been so difficult, let's try and now incorporate some meals, and by this we only do fruits only. So the second day we said only fruits, and only 2 fruits for both of us, and then we eat. Let me tell you guys, it's not easy. I don't think it's something I would ever do to myself, because at that time your body knows that you need something, because you're dreaming of it. The whole night I dreamt about food. The whole day I was dreaming about food. They actually have a name for that. They call intermittent fasting. Yeah, it was intermittent fasting. So the first day you have to do this, the second day you have to do this, and then the third day you have to do the other one. So the third day was like we were eating now only vegetables, and then with small fruits. We were crushing the paprikas and the yellow bells, yeah, and also we were eating like the, how do you call them, the salad leaves. I've forgotten the name. So it would just make the sound like up to date. We laugh about that because that is so disgusting. I never want to do that to myself anymore, just to lose weight. And then, you know what, we decided, you know what, let's just be mindful of what we're eating. This is just not going to work. Let's just be ourselves. We were not happy for those 3 days, and then we started eating normal, but not normal. Like, we started eating only when we needed to, and we changed the portions of food. Yeah, so we also drink a lot of water. Myself, I drink a lot of water. You see, when I'm also going live on Instagram, I always have a bottle of San Pellegrino, and I drink direct from it. And people are asking me, why don't you drink it with a glass? Because there's one reason for me. I have set a goal to myself. If I open a bottle of water, I have to finish it. But if I put it on a glass and then put it back to the fridge, you know what normally happens? I tend to forget that I can finish it. You know, I don't have that goal. But once I open it, and I always have a bottle of water on the bedroom, on the bedside table, and I always have one at least in the living room. That way we end up drinking the 1 liter at least in a day, and I think that is proper. I also try to drink the healthy fruity tea. So I drink a lot of teas because, you know, hydrating is super important. It's very, very important. I think at least to myself. And by tea, I mean the tea that does not have milk. I mean just boiling some water and then putting in the tea bags. And instead of using sugar, I sometimes put honey, but sometimes I have that little craving of sugar, which is, I don't want to follow any strict rules for myself. If my body wants this, I give it, but sometimes there's a limit for it. Yeah. And surprisingly, during quarantine, instead of adding weight, I lost a lot of weight because I was cooking. I was always cooking. I was doing the TikTok videos, which was like dancing, and we were also doing some activities here. We were putting on YouTube some videos on how to like lose weight. We do the exercises in the living room, and it was so fun, not fun. So yeah, we tried to do that, and I just generally like myself the way I am right now. Also, when I'm cooking, I like using a lot of vegetables, like balanced diet, just like how I grew up. Like if you cook ugali, you need to have sukuma wiki, and I need to have some proteins on the side. So every other time I cook, I always try to like put vegetables. I incorporate vegetables always. I also drink a lot of orange juice. I love orange juice, especially in the Carrefour supermarket. They always have that machine with orange juice, so you just go, you take a bottle from there, then it squeezes the oranges, then I drink it and I feel so good, so healthy. I also try to buy organic fruits. I don't know if that really works, but we just love organic fruits because I feel like they have that beautiful taste. And I am lucky enough here in Belgium, sometimes I just find fruits are from Kenya, or some coriander from Kenya, papaya, avocados. I love avocados. If you don't love avocados and you're from Kenya, I mean, which school did you go to? If you never used to fight for avocados, I still have that love with me with avocados. So I always love avocados. I also like to walk a lot. I am the type of person that walks like crazy. We walk sometimes 11 kilometers, 12 kilometers, 16 kilometers, and sometimes we also have the dog. When we have the dog, we have to take it out in the morning and in the evening, so it like forces you to, once you have a pet, it's like you're forced to like take it out 2 times or 3 times in a day, and that way you're walking a few kilometers without even knowing. But even without the pet, we just like walking, and it just makes me feel good, because now it makes a lot of sense why in Kenya I never used to like gain so much weight. It's because, first of all, I was a teenager. Second of all, in Kenya, you just walk. You walk a lot. I mean, you're dropped in the CBD, Nairobi city center. You have to walk to the other side. Until recently, they started having motorbikes, but we just used to walk a lot. You walk a lot. By the time you walk from your place to the public transport, you need to walk. It's not like here. Here in Europe, you can easily find yourself adding a lot of weight, because everywhere you go, you don't walk a lot. You have your car, or you get driven, or there's a bus, and there's a bus to that place, there's a train, or after the train there's this, there's that. And we also don't have so many activities that involve you to walk a lot, just like where I come from. So for this reason, I try to walk a lot. I also try to eat healthy for myself, and I also don't I'm not the type of person to say, oh, I want to be vegan, oh, this is not good for me, oh, this is bad for me. To be honest, I don't know how true those things are, because there are so many theories in regards to losing and adding weight, and I just try to follow my body, my soul. And I told you I have the waist bead, and the waist bead has helped me a lot to realize I need to do something for my pooch. So there's also this weird fact about myself, you know, like the warmer it gets, the less I eat. The colder it gets, the more I eat. And so I always try to like listen to my body, and when it's cold and I know I have to eat a lot, so what I do, I make sure I have a lot of green tea, because the more I hydrate, then the more I also stop thinking about eating too much stuff, you know. The warmer it gets, I even tend to like skip so many meals. You will find me eating like maybe 1 meal in a day, and I am good to go. In between lunch and dinner, that's when I will eat something that I need, that I feel is healthy for myself, or that is a little bit heavy. Then I will just snack around during the day, and that really works for myself. So Once again, I would like to let you know that this worked for me. This is just what happened for me. This is not something that I was told to do by a dietitian, and I am not here to lie to you. I am also not here to tell you really have to do this. No, this is just something that totally worked for myself, and it might not work for you. And if it works for you, well and good. So guys, without further ado, I would like to tell you thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, girl, what are you waiting for? I'm waiting for you to put that bell on so that you get notifications, and you can't do that if you've not subscribed to my channel. I am really grateful for you guys. You have really shown me a lot of love, and this goes away without not being mentioned. It's not correct. So thank you so much for being part of this family, and thank you so much for everything, and see you on the next one.